Now just to try and understand what this excellent means, it's the air purification. Outside and inside. And if you want to purify it, you can do that and it'll run it for about 1 to 2 minutes. We can turn the fan off. Now we go to driver control. Very similar to the way it was before. Nothing really different there. Comfort driving. Tilt while reversing. I always use that feature. I don't like the auto wiper feature because I notice sometimes it will do the wipers when it's not even raining. But maybe that's a bug they would have fixed in this particular OTA update. Child presence protection, that's always there. That's part of the ADAS ANCAP rating. You have to have this sort of stuff to get a higher score. The driver attention warning, that hasn't changed. Service, overhaul, back to the manual. And you may remember we've actually downloaded this previously, and this is version 4 of the manual. We should compare that with the previous manual version. And there's the ICC, the Intelligent Cruise Control. I always have that enabled. And as you can see, it's a comfortable function that helps the driver keep the vehicle at the center of the current lane and controls the speed based on the set speed and following distance. Adjust, this is the new feature here, adjust cruise speed by accelerator. Adjust cruise speed by accelerator is a convenient, comfort-orientated ADAS feature. Drivers can temporarily increase cruise speed by pressing the accelerator pedal. Upon release, if the real-time speed exceeds the preset cruise speed, the speed updates the cruise speed to match the higher value up to 80 kilometers an hour. I will try that. Safety assist. I always enable these ones. I think by default some of these aren't enabled. And the parking sensors. Version details. And now let's see what this does. Okay, that's a quick option to just go to the themes. Let's try a different theme this time. Maybe this one. Back to the themes, and we can also choose a wallpaper. See what happens if we do that one. So you've got themes and wallpapers. Now I wonder if they still got a pull down menu. Yes, they do. And that hasn't changed at all, it looks like. These are just the different options you can select and just move them around. Okay, there's the BYD store. So let's add that to the menu. Click done. Okay, just agree to it. It's basically the same information we would get as the other user agreement. It's all fine. Okay. Okay, so very similar apps to the way it was before. Now, I honestly don't see too much difference here from the previous version. If we go there, that's essentially all we got. We go here. Again, that's all we've got. DVR, that would be a nice thing to add there. And maybe even vehicle image. Split screen. And for these bottom menus, you can see straight away if I was to press that, it gives me double power for convection, which is the air on the seats. That's the lower level, and that's off. And there's the seat adjustments there. It would be nice to have more room on the bottom here because, okay, I've still got screen rotation on this model. I know BYD are getting rid of that facility, but it would be good to have more options down here that I could move forward and whatever. So anyway, this one I don't use very often. So technically speaking, I could remove that and add seat adjustment. And there we see, and then click on the screen, and there we see the seat adjustment. Now, this may not be necessary anymore because of the profile setting within the vehicle. So I will test the profile setting. Let's see if there's something else we can add here. Front passenger vehicle. Yeah, the driver's seat heating. I would actually use that. And maybe I can move that across. Yes. Very nice. So I do use this and this quite regularly for the driver's side. And now just quickly to see the instrument display, see if there's actually anything that's changed here. We can see here all of these options look very similar to the way it was before. The home screen, okay, we've basically got simple and classic. It would be nice if BYD actually updated that also. That's for the air conditioning to have it off and on, or the temperature, all controls from here. The level, that's turning it off. Vehicle is in good condition. And that's timing the vehicle from 0 to 100. And we do have this icon here. And yes, this is how to access all the applications. What's this lock thing do? Suitcase. Not sure what that suitcase is, or maybe some sort of bag or shop or something. Maybe the application store, which is this one here. So we've got our utility tools, similar to the way we had it before. I like the actual auto start of the vehicle as soon as you unlock it. That's this feature here. I like that. So I'll keep that on. You've got the Apple CarPlay, you've got Android Auto. And you've got everything else here, which actually looks a lot better. And if you click this one here, this one gives you the assistant.
Sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
That's swiping up for all the applications that are open. So, yeah, I mean, the navigation is a lot easier. So there's not much you can do in this area of the screen. So the screen real estate here could be better utilized. That's for sure. Because why have all this massive screen, a 15-inch screen, and not have the ability to do anything with this part of the screen? So just having a menu down here. But it is a different design, and the upgrade did go well. So I hope you enjoyed this part of the upgrade and the video. And if you also experience an upgrade on your BYD Seal, whether it's on a dynamic or on a performance model, yeah, please let us know in the comments and see if you notice any changes or things that I forgot to mention in this particular video.